Okay, so to get this look started, I'm going to start off with an eye primer. This one is from Benefit. It is their Stay Don't Stray eyeshadow and concealer primer, although I only use it for eyeshadow. Applying that onto the lids and blending it out using my clean finger. This is not only going to help prime, but it's also going to help in covering up the natural pigment that is on my lids. Next, taking my pressed powder from NARS, I'm going to be applying a nice thin layer of that onto the entire lid surface. This is not only going to help set my primer, but it's also going to give me a nice smooth canvas, which will definitely help with blending. Using this shade from Makeup Geek, this is Creme Brulee, I'm going to be applying that using my large tapered blending brush and applying that directly onto the crease in circular and windshield wiping motions. This is going to be my transition shade, which is why it's pretty light. It's going to give me a nice little warm wash of color before I go in with an even deeper shade. Next, grabbing Frappe, also from Makeup Geek, I'm going to be applying it in the exact same locations as I did the previous step, only I'm bringing it a little bit lower because I do want a little bit of gradient. This shade is a little bit deeper than the previous shade, so it's going to show up a little bit more than the previous one. And if you cover up the previous one completely, then you're just going to lose that color altogether. So that's why I'm bringing it down just a tiny bit so that you can still see the Creme Brulee from the previous step and you can see the Frappe from this step. On the lids today, I'm going to be wearing the shade Luna. This one is a foiled eyeshadow, beautiful rosy gold from the Makeup Geek and Manny MUA collaboration palette. That palette is no longer available, but the single foiled eyeshadow of Luna is still available on the Makeup Geek website. Super excited about that because this is one of my favorite foiled eyeshadows to wear on a regular basis. It is totally daytime appropriate. It's not too overpowering on the lids so that you can only wear it at night. I feel like you can wear it at any time of the day and it still looks beautiful. Then taking Ground Brown, this one is from MAC. I'm going to be taking that with a little tiny blending brush and applying it right on the crease. So just carving the crease out just a little bit in order to give my eye some definition and dimension. Then just simply taking my mascara and giving myself a couple of really good coats with this Beauty For Real High Def mascara in order to really accentuate my lashes. In order to get my skin nice and ready for foundation application, I'm going to go ahead and fill in those pores using my Benefit Professional Pore Filler. Simply taking that product, placing it on the sides of my nose, and bringing it up to the under eye area. Before moving on to foundation, I must color correct my dark circles, and in order to do so, I'm using my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector and placing that with my ring finger onto the under eye area, just a nice, light, thin layer. For foundation today, I'm using my Dior Forever foundation. This one is in the shade 031. That's what they matched me with when I was in Sephora, but I think that it might be a little bit too deep for me at the moment. I didn't return it though because I do plan on getting a little bit of sun on me here soon, so it should be alright for the summer. For concealer, I'm going in with my one and only of the current moment, which is my Tarte Shape Tape, and just applying that onto the under eye area before blending it out using my damp beauty blender. I'm currently using the shade Medium. And then of course setting the under eye area in place using some RCMA No Color Loose Powder. I just grab a little bit of it using my beauty blender, my damp beauty blender, and just dab, dab, dab underneath the eye area. Moving on to brows, I'm using my Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Dark Brown in order to not only shape but also fill in my brows. In order to quickly contour and bronze up the face, I'm using my Benefit Hoola Bronzer. This one is beautiful, especially if you're just wanting like the 2-in-1. I feel like it's cool enough to where it could be a contour shade, but it's also warm enough to where you can use it as a bronzer. I use it as both. For both blush and highlight, I'm going to be using this Maybelline Master Contour Face Kit. The blush is really super soft, so you don't get a really intense pink. You just get like a wash of pink along your cheeks. And the highlight is super daytime appropriate because it's not too intense, it's not too glittery. It really just gives you that nice glow. On the lips for today, I decided to go with Ophelia from the Kat Von D Beauty liquid lipstick line. This one I love because it's a really subtle pinky nude. And that completes today's simple, soft, everyday look. Thank you all so much for watching. I posted this look on Instagram a few days ago and I saw a few of you request for me to recreate it, so here it is. Hope you enjoyed. As always, take care and I'll see you all in my next video.
The birds have just begun. We were